posted out. Yona is a Grandmaster player going up against Korea, who is a Protoss player in the Master League.
And something just hit me. We have casted a lot of PVZs today.
Yeah, definitely the most cast matchup today, PvZ.
Yeah. Considering that in Heart of the Swarm, Terrans have seen sort of like a re-emergence in numbers. It is like, are the Terrans dying off again? I hope not.
No, that would be a bad. Well, we used to see so many. We used to see so many Terran players back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's not that much. Ooh, we're gonna see a 10 pull out of Yona, by the way. No, we're not. Oh, what?
Oh, wait a minute. It's going to be a what the? It's going to be an extractor trick.
No, this makes no sense. He saved up a lot of minerals. Okay, so
maybe he is going for an overpool after all, but no. What the hell?
I think he forgot to build an Overlord at 9,
and
therefore started an Overlord at 10, and then did an extractor trick to still make a drone. So not the most optimal opener here for our red Zerg player in the bottom left, Yona. Let's see what Korea is up to in the top right. Korea, of course, a country that is very good at playing StarCraft 2, but this is not Korea, this is Korea. How can we...
I think it's fair to pronounce it as Korea.
Korea. That's like the Dutch way of saying Korea.
You know how it's said in Slovak or in Czech?
Go ahead.
We have a long O there. We say Korea.
Ah, okay. In Dutch it would be...
Yeah.
In Dutch it would be Korea.
Yeah, so it's pretty similar. Just a little bit different pronunciation. So Nexus first. Nothing really all that much too surprising coming out of the Protoss player. And good news for Yona. He sees the Forge going down, he sees the Nexus, and he's like, thank God I can take a fast third.
Oh, this map, man. Don't even get me started. By the way, guys, if you're watching right now, I'm going to be casting tonight again with Maddles. Someone that Bell has co-casted the DSCL with a lot. We're going to be casting a lot of action starting at 8 p.m. Central European time, so 8 p.m. Dutch time, that is. So if you want to tune into some more StarCraft 2 action, we've got a great show match happening. I believe it's going to be a Terran versus Zerg that we're going to be casting. Goody with Goody.
Goody? Wait,
Goody versus...
Oh, so he'll be playing?
He's going to... Goody versus Minato will be casting.
Righty. I mean... It's always entertaining to watch Goody being casted, if for nothing else, just to make fun of him. But yeah, as one of the only meching Terrans, pretty much, or consistently meching, it's always interesting to see his matches because he's building tanks in every single matchup. He's not been meching as hard as he was in Wings of Liberty now in Heart of the Swarm, but he's still using mech quite often.
Yeah, he is. He's still one of the mech champions, but especially back in Wings of Liberty, he was known as the Panzer Terran. And should be a really great show match tonight that myself and Maddles will be casting. It's going to be a great funsies, so make sure to tune into that.
While we are promoting stuff, guys, if you would care to follow me on Twitter, I'll be making an announcement, or on Facebook. I'll be making an announcement sometimes today in the evening. I'm thinking of starting doing casts of master level replays every single day, 1 hour of casting. I'll also be inviting some other casters as co-casters, and I'll try to get as many games as possible. So if you are a master level player and you want to have a cast on my channel, you can send your replay to belnoir@cesnam.cz. I'll post the link into the chat after we finish this game. And the only condition is that the game has to be 20 minutes max, and both of the guys have to be master level. The higher the better, of course, but yeah. And I'll be doing this every day of the week unless I have a cast elsewhere.
Wow, that's a big dedication there. That's a lot of time, a lot of replays you're gonna have to watch, a lot of choices you have to make. But
Yeah.
cool initiative. I hope that's gonna be working out for you. I hope that this game is gonna be working out nicely. We've been going for 7 minutes and 20 seconds now, and we see the lair coming up before Yona, whereas Korea is going for a Robo 3 gateways, and of course the Stargate has been put down, so he is producing Phoenix. So likely not gonna see Yona go for any kind of meter play here.
Yeah, Korea went for a slightly safer against counterattacks build order, where he got the Stargate, then followed up with the gateways, and then followed up with the Robo, as opposed to getting the Robo straight after the Stargate. Nice job forcing out Lings here, but has to be careful not to get that Mothership core sniped by those queens. But still, forced out quite a lot of Zerglings, lost nothing there. 4 kills on the Stalker, 2 on the Mothership core. Will get this Overlord killed, but that also means that Yona knows that there is Stargate in play. He knows
he
about
even
the Phoenix.
sees the Robo.
Oh yeah,
What?
he does. Not the best placement for the Robo, well.
No, if he would have just waited 3 seconds, the Overlord would have been dead and would not have been able to see that robotics play, but now it's seen it. So that's going to put Yona in a pretty good position. He is currently supply blocked because he's losing a lot of Overlords. Wasn't really anticipating that. Now making 4 Overlords, so 6 Overlords even in production right now by Yona.
Yeah, and you know, something smart is happening right now for Korea. He completely stopped Phoenix production. He's like, okay, now he knows. He knows what I'm building. He knows that I am going Colossi. I'm not going to make Phoenixes. Just using this one to scout, which is really smart because you want to know, is he swallowing the bait and going for Hydras? Or is he saying, well, he knows that I know that he's got a Stargate, so... you know, and...
He knows
and
that I know that he
exactly.
knows that I know that I know that he has known.
Exactly. This is like the sort of game you start to play when you get into a situation like this. It's sort of like what we saw yesterday in the finals with Naniwa and Lenok on Akilon Wastes, where Lenok opened in such a way that Naniwa could not really know, unless he saw what's popping out of those eggs, what unit composition Lenok is going for. So, and that kept him home in his base and not attacking, because he was not sure what he's going to be facing when he moves out.
Yeah, it's one of the mind games that can happen. Like Artosis said last evening, the level of mind games in this game are ridiculous, or something along the lines of that was what he said. It's so important. Lower level mind games not as important because mechanics are more important, and you know, by being able to micro and macro properly. But at the highest level, those mind games and doing different things that are unexpected really make a lot more of a difference.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very nice scout by Yona here, scouting that third base, going down just on time, and now he's flooding Lings. He's flooding a lot of Lings and Hydras, and wow, even attacking the front. First Colossus is just not coming up, but plus...
Oh, the Forge!
Yeah, the Forge got taken out, the upgrade will be denied. Oh well, this is not looking all that good for Nada's body.
No! Sentries! What are you doing there? Oh, they're completely out of position. The rest of the army of Korea cannot join up with the main army. The sentries are gonna go down, and it is not looking good for Nada's body, man. Korea in a lot of trouble. He has been able to keep his third base alive, that's something, and he is doing some counter-harassment with Zealots.
Yeah, and at multiple points, I have to say. We have Zealots at the third base, we have Zealots trying to deny the fourth, and we even had Zealots at the natural base, but only 0 drones killed actually so far. So we have 0 drones killed. Storm is being researched for Korea next, and but he's really gonna be hurting from the loss of that forge, and only just now rebuilding that one. Because if his opponent goes Roach Hydra, he's really going to be trailing on upgrades. And I think this is why he's going for such an early Storm. I mean, Storm ignores armor upgrades, so if you're lacking 1 or 2 levels of that attack upgrade, well, Storm is going to help quite a lot.
Yeah, Storm always a good spell to get when you're down in upgrades, so that's going to be working out well for him. More Colossi coming out. He is getting the double forges, like you pointed out, Bell. He needs that to catch back up and have a chance in the late game.
Yeah.
The Zealot harassment is getting shut down beautifully right now by Yona, who is now maxed out at 194 supply, or about to be maxed out with another 10 roaches on the way. The third base is now up and mining for Korea. I would have really expected Yona to just move in and deny that third base, but because that's what makes it so difficult to take a third on this map. Where are you going to position your army? At your third or at your natural? Do you position it at your natural? Your third dies. Do you position it at your third? Your natural dies.
Or your army dies, for that matter.
Yeah, that's what we're going to see happening right now. He's going to be caught out, and he's going to lose a lot of his army before he gets back into that little choke. Loses almost every sentry. Takes a lot of HP damage on the Colossi. Loses his forge again. No more upgrades going to be coming out. Has another forge researching in the back though, so he's finally going to get that +1 armor on the way.
You know what I like to do whenever I'm... Oh my god, Colossus, what are you doing? Jesus!
The third base is going to fall as well, Bell Noir. This is not looking good for Korea. There's nothing here to defend. There is a pylon to warp stuff in, but it might not be enough. Zealots harassing at the third base of Yona. They're trying to do some form of counter-harassment damage, but a little bit of harassment just ain't gonna cut it right now. The Colossi are still alive, still 3 of them. That's still a little bit dangerous for Yona, but taking out that third base is really all he was hoping to do.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, keeping the Protoss on 2 bases, well, when you're at 4 as a Zerg, obviously that's good for you. And and you know, right now the Zerg is maxed and he's got 4 bases, so the only thing he's going to be doing is being a greedy Scrooge and accumulating bank. And then when the Protoss attacks, he will just remax instantly during 1 production cycle, which, you know, that's basically losing all of those sentries on the Protoss side. He cannot even do what normally a Protoss would want to do, and that is cost-effective trades so that you lower the Zerg bank.
Just take a look at the unit loss tab for a second, and you can see that Korea hasn't been cost-effective. I mean, the only way he could still be in this game if he was super cost-effective, but that's not the case. He's been very cost-inefficient, actually, and he's trying to be cost-effective by getting a lot of Colossi, but he might be caught out in the middle here. This is what I was talking about. Very difficult to defend. There's too many Roaches and Hydras. He cannot fight here. The Colossi are going to have to retreat. The Hydras doing their insane DPS. 1 Colossus already has fallen. The second one is soon to follow. Or no, it is being kited back perfectly. Nice kiting here by Korea. He's actually making the most of this situation.
Yeah, but as I said, you know, without sentries, this type of army, you like, even if you have 3 Colossi, you're still going to die because the opponent is just going to swarm you and bull rush you, and there we have it, GG, and that means that Lowland Lions take these series 3-1 over Nada's body, as beautiful as it may be. You know, they still lost.
Very beautiful, but not good enough in the end. Lowland Lions takes the series 3-1 over Nada's body. Funny name. Funny names all around in the team, but they weren't quite able to do it. Congratulations to Lowland Lions. They take the last series of the day.